So is this offense all of a sudden elite now? I don't get it. I really don't. 9 runs in each of their last 2 games, 18 runs in their last 2 games. Sure, now you're playing the White Sox and the Tigers. Nothing to get too crazy about, but you win 9-1 today over the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. And before I go any further, Blue Jay fans, as I've said the last few videos, and you guys have done an awesome job at that, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, guys. I would love to see the page continue to grow. The goal is 12,000 by the end of the Jays season. I don't know if that's even possible, but with your guys' help and me continuing to be an idiot, we can do it. We can do it. But I appreciate it if you have already followed the page. If you haven't and don't want to, that's totally fine as well. Let's break down this 9-1 whomping. I mean, okay, I say whomping, but it was a 1-1 game going into the 7th. So it got out of hand, that's for sure. But let's break this thing down. Before the game even starts, we're all ready to watch Blue Jay baseball. And before you know it, we're watching Oakland A's and Colorado Rockies. What? Well, apparently the broadcasting truck all went to pot, and there was no broadcasting channel on the Tiger side or the Blue Jay side, television-wise at least. So there's nothing. Just the radio, and that's all she wrote. They eventually got some sort of TV thing back, and you had Dan Schulman and Joe Siddle. Kind of like, it sounded like they were talking on the freaking phones, and that was what they were transferring through. It sounded weird, and shout out to Dan and Joe, because you could tell on the TV that they were delayed, the TV was delayed, so they were ahead, so it was kind of weird. But they noticed that, and Dan Schulman, being the professional that he is, found a way to dial it back a bit. And whenever, because you can hear the audio, you can hear the crack of the bat, and then he waits a second or two, then makes the call. Just elite broadcasting from Dan and Joe. Just fantastic stuff from those guys. Had to say it. They eventually got the broadcast working, and everything was all hunky-dory, but what a weird start to the game. Very, very weird. And you know what else is a weird start to the game? In the top half of the 3rd inning, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa takes Jack Flaherty deep to left. It's gone. His 3rd home run of the year, and the Jays lead it 1-0. It's awesome. Then you look at Kevin Gausman, who gets the start, and through 5 innings, he's got a no-hitter going. But in the 6th, unfortunately, Perez hits a single to center field. Javi Baez scores. But a big play as Carson Kelly gets hosed at the plate to keep the game tied in that moment. Then, top of the 7th inning, the very next half, with Kevin Biggio on, Daniel Vogelback just destroyed a ball to center field. It was 107 off the bat. Yeah, it's a single. And they bring in Kevin Biggio to run. And Dalton Varsho, who I believe struck out twice to this point, gets the ball down in the zone and drills it to right center field, and it's gone! Dalton Varsho gives the Blue Jays the lead, 3-1. His 9th of the year, team-leading 9th of the year. And ladies and gentlemen, before you even know it, he is 1 home run, I believe, away. Actually, let me confirm that right quick. Career stats. Yeah, he is 1 home run away from being halfway to his home run total last year. He's already at 9. He had 20 last year. And we're not even close to halfway through the season. He's having a great start to the year and a big moment for Dalton Varsho and the Blue Jays there, putting them up 3-1. And then the 8th inning, everyone else is like, well, we're allowed to hit baseballs too? Let's get her going. And in the top half of the 8th inning, we're going to rip through this. Here we go. It started with the David Schneider flyout. Jansen walks. Then Vladdy drills a ball to the left center field gap. Jansen the third. Vladdy the second, and third. Then Bo, on the very first pitch, finally drills a ball to left field. A fastball first pitch, not even waiting around. Line drive to left for a base hit, but it was hit so hard that only Danny Jansen could score. Vladdy up to third. They bring in Justin Turner. This was an interesting situation. Righty on the mound. You possibly had Kevin Biggio, the lefty, at the plate. But they decide, no, we want the righty Justin Turner to face the righty, arm. And it's like, okay, Justin Turner hasn't been any, world beater recently. But it works. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. In comes Vladdy. Bo turns on the Jets and goes to third. And you weren't done. Then George Springer comes up with guys in the corners and 1 out. And all I'm thinking here, no ground ball double play. Get the ball in the air. And he does. Fly ball to right field. Thought it was well deep enough. But a great play from the right fielder. Bo has to slide in safely at the plate. And the Blue Jays tack on 3 more runs. They are up, hold on a minute, math. 6-1 after the top of the 8th. Then you go to the top of the 9th inning. And again, the offense continues to go. Let's break this thing down because it's fun to talk about offense. IKF flies out, so there's one away. Then Kevin Kiermaier triples to right field. David Schneider strikes out, and you got a guy at 3rd and 2 out. But then Danny Jansen drills him down the line for a double. In comes Kevin Kiermaier. It's a 7-1 Blue Jays. And up comes Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he just missed a home run his last at bat. And boy, he did not miss this. 87 mile an hour, like hanging slider curveball thingy. On the middle in, Vladdy turns on it, drills it to dead center field. And dead center field at Comerica Park is nothing to snub your nose at. And it just barely goes over the wall, but it does! His 5th home run of the year, the first one since early May. And the Jays now lead it 9-1. 3 homers in the day. 2 extra base hits from Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bo Bichette had 3 hits today. And you win a ball game, and your pitching was great. The magic number for the Blue Jays is 5 runs. But the fact that they've been scoring so much more recently, it's so nice. Like I mentioned, 18 runs combined in the last 2 games, and it's so much more fun to watch. All right? Now, let's go through these stats. David Schneider, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Did walk once, but 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts for Davis, so kind of a rough day for him. Danny Jansen, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, and a walk and an RBI. Danny just continues to rake the baseball to start the year. He's hitting 330, basically 330 with a 402 OBP. It's immaculate stuff. Vladdy, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Obviously, the home run he hit. He's hitting 282 with a 375 OBP. Excuse me. And going into play today, had an OPS 757. That's going to be up in the 770, probably 780s after the home run and the double. Actually, probably be in the 780, maybe even 790s. So, yeah, we're getting there with Vlad. And Bo Bichette, 3 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Now hitting 243 on the year. Still has an OBP under 300, but 297 there for Bo. And that OPS now at 638. Slowly coming up. It'll be above 650 after his day today. Sorry, guys. Ooh. Daniel Vogelbach 1 for 3 and it's an absolute piss missile. Justin Turner comes in for 1 at bat and hits an RBI single. George Springer, it was 0 for 3. But I will take the sac fly any day. Dalton Varsho 1 for 4, but who cares? It was a long ball. The run scored 2 RBIs for Dalton. IKF 2 for 4, a home run and a triple. Almost had a double. Then we were on cycle watch for IKF. A run scored an RBI for him, and Kevin Kiermaier 1 for 4 and scored a run as well. 13 hits, 11 strikeouts, walked twice, but 13 hits for the Blue Jays, 3 long balls. It's a beautiful sight. It really is. Now, what's going to go unnoticed is Kevin Gausman. He was outstanding today. The stuff was electric. He had a no-hitter through 5, 6 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, and walked 2. He was outstanding. And the bullpen, you know, how many times have we seen this bullpen come out, give up a run or 2, and then you have to bring in Jimmy Garcia, or you got to bring in Tim Mayza because it gets interesting. Not today. I said Tim Mayza. Jordan Romano. You didn't have to do that today. Zach Pop, elite stuff. His stuff was on fire today. Just no hard contact. Looked awesome. Trevor Richards was great. Clean inning of work there. Tim Mayza allowed a couple hits to start his outing, and then the double play, and a great pick from Vladdy on that double play. Woo-hoo-hoo, that was nice. And then he gets the last guy to ground out to end the ball game. Other than the 2 hits from Mayza, no other base runners reached, no runs, no walks. Beautiful. Clean job. You didn't have to use Jimmy Garcia. You didn't have to use Jordan Romano. Great. Now, we keep moving, though. On to tomorrow, Game 2 of the 4-game set at Comerica. By the way, Blue Jay fans, before we go any further, I will be at Comerica Park Saturday and Sunday's games. So if you're there, say hello. I'd love to see you. Anyways, Alek Manoah, Matt Manning. Yeah, Matt Manning nightmares. I think he was the guy that threw the combined no-hitter against us last year in Detroit. But he is on the mound tomorrow at 6:40 at Comerica Park. Manoah can stay red hot, and the Blue Jays look to finally get to Matt Manning. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and of course this win today, because, yeah, that was fun. Hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? And all that great stuff down below, all right? So comment, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that great, phenomenal stuff. The links are down there as well. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow night, 6:40 first pitch. Jays, Tigers in Detroit. Matt Manning versus Big Puma, Alek Manoah. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win today, of course. Talk to you guys then.